Welcome back to the X Ultimate Fire Hose, the show where I read everything Elon Musk posted so you can preserve what's left of your screen time. I'm Jim. July 25th, 2026. One day, 44 posts, and what a spread it is. In the next few minutes, you're getting a rocket launch, the fall of the Roman Empire, a tiny English village called Piddington, and Elon Musk sending a fire emoji to Denny's, the pancake people. I promise all of that is real, and I promise it somehow all connects. Quick housekeeping before the chaos. If this is your kind of show, subscribe on YouTube and smack that like button. That is genuinely the only language the algorithm speaks, and it tunes your feed toward more of this. Follow DGTL Dreamscapes on X for the clips between episodes. Share this with the one friend who still believes they can quit scrolling, and drop a comment telling me whose timeline I should excavate next. I read every single one. All right, strap in. Flight 13 is on the pad. Let's start with the rocket, because on July 25th, the timeline was basically a SpaceX highlight reel with the man attached. Starship flew its 13th flight test, and Elon spent the entire day posting about it like a proud dad at a Little League game if the Little League game were 400 feet tall, invisible from orbit. SpaceX posted the liftoff, and then Elon took over. He shared an aerial video of the launch pad disappearing into a cloud the size of a county, 4.4 million views. 30,000 likes, no caption needed. Then came my favorite genre of Elon post, the caption that sounds like a fortune cookie written by an engineer. Quote, real photo of Starship, taken by Starlink satellites. A rocket photographed from space by satellites the same rocket company put there. 4.3 million views. And honestly, fair. Then simply beautiful engineering. 24,000 likes, 3.4 million views. Then, quote, the most powerful moving object ever created by humans. 2.1 million views, and I love that he specified moving, as if someone was about to actually him with the Hoover Dam. There's a close-up of the booster coming back down to the tower, venting like a kettle the size of a grain silo, 1.3 million views. There's a fan video from the beach, crowds on the sand, trucks lined up, a horizon full of fire, the Little League game analogy holding up disturbingly well. And late that night, still going, he posts yesterday's Starship launch with yet another angle. Sir, we know. You have been narrating it all day. We were all there. Emotionally. In between the launch clips, Elon got sentimental. A quarter century of work by an incredible team, he posted, tagging SpaceX 33,000 likes, 3.7 million views, 25 years. And look, this show roasts a man daily, so let me be fair for exactly one paragraph. A fan account resurfaced the story of how, when he started SpaceX, a friend made him watch a compilation of rocket failures as a warning. From that to catching skyscraper-sized boosters out of the sky, that is a legitimately incredible run. Okay, paragraph over. Never again. He also went full professor mode, resurfacing the explanation of why Starship switched from carbon fiber to stainless steel. 18,000 likes and 3.9 million views for a materials science lecture. This man could post a metallurgy slideshow and outperform every news network on the platform. And then the big one. Quoting a photo of the launch tower at sunrise, captioned, for the first time in 4.5 billion years, life has a real chance to become multiplanetary, Elon wrote. It's time. That's it. That's the whole post. Time for what exactly? Mars, dinner, a nap? The man announces the next phase of human civilization with the same energy I used to leave, a party. Now, every Elon day has a philosophical arc, and as evening set in, we entered the Roman Empire hours. It started with a correction. Peter is not correct about me in this case, he posted. No last name given, but when a billionaire named Peter is critiquing your Mars escape plan, the short list is short. Elon's rebuttal. Yes, dangers from Earth can follow us to Mars, but Mars is so hard to reach that those risks are easier to contain. 14,000 likes worth of interplanetary beef. Then he told us his origin story. Asimov's Foundation series, plus the fall of Rome, convinced him we need to extend consciousness beyond Earth to avoid, quote, a potentially infinite dark age. Nearly 19,000 likes, 2.2 million views. And then Rome took the wheel. He explained that low birth rates caused by prosperity and safety are the primary reason Rome and most other powerful civilizations collapsed. He cited Carthage under a Starship launch video. A fan account posted the clip of him citing the actual Roman baby bonus bill from around 50 BC. By late evening, this was a full graduate seminar delivered via quote tweet by the same guy who hours earlier sent a fire emoji to a pancake restaurant. We'll get there. I promise we'll get there. He closed the arc with the line that did the biggest numbers. Any civilization that loses faith in the future will die. Exploring the stars is an exciting future that you can believe in. 12,000 likes, 1.8 million views. Say what you want about the man, and he knows how to end a thread. Meanwhile, on the other side of the timeline, Britain. The most liked post of the entire day, 52,000 likes, 7.2 million views, was Elon quote tweeting John Cleese. Yes, that John Cleese. Monty Python John Cleese, asking what the residents of a small English village had done to have their lives changed like this. Elon's response, what happened to towns that did nothing to deserve it, like Little Piddington village, will happen to all of Britain, unless there is fundamental political change. Quote, it's not right at all. And I need one moment to acknowledge that the day's most viral geopolitical statement is centered on a place called Little Piddington. Say it out loud. It sounds like a Paddington villain. Later that evening, he went considerably darker, writing that migrants are, quote, invading just as surely as a conventional army would, but slow enough to avoid triggering an armed defense by Britain. 20,500 likes, 2.8 million views. Whatever your politics, sit with that. The owner of the platform describing migration as a slow-motion military invasion, and the algorithm ate it up. He stapled a one-word true onto a video essay claiming civilizations die from suicide, citing the historian Toynbee, 1.4 million views. He boosted a post declaring that deporting illegal migrants and securing your borders isn't far right. Who'd have thought it? And in the day's most efficient piece of political commentary, he replied, yup, to a 1995 Bill Clinton State of the Union clip caption sounding very far right. That yup one word attached to a 30-year-old C-SPAN clip did 3.6 million views and nearly 40,000 likes. The most engagement-efficient man alive. Now we reach my favorite genre, Elon Musk, content critic. That evening he replied, good analysis to a Zero Hedge article titled, I promise this is real. Meltdown, the real reason why the media hates Elon Musk. So to recap, a man read an article about why people hate him and graded it. Good analysis. 1.6 million views of a man peer-reviewing his own persecution. Earlier, an account had clipped him warning that societies holding incompatible values eventually hit a reckoning and compared him to the philosopher Karl Popper. Elon boosted it, presumably while nodding. He replied, exactly, incentives explain outcomes, to a French post arguing that decades of quote-unquote left-wing sensitivity got the numbers exactly backwards. 4,400 likes, 1.4 million views. And then, the masterpiece. That evening, he quoted a post with the one-word review of cool, 25,000 likes, 1.8 million views. There's just one problem. By the time our cameras arrived, the account he was quoting had been suspended. The post is gone, vanished. So the historical record now shows Elon Musk saying cool, enthusiastically, virally, at absolutely nothing. 25,000 people like the void. Future archaeologists will find this and assume it was performance art. Of course, no day on this timeline is complete without the infomercial segment because the man owns an AI company and by God, you will hear about it. The very first post of the day, try Grok build/tutorial with a link. 2.7 million views. Developers actually showed up. One fan built an entire web dashboard for Grok sessions and posted the demo. Another said the tutorial would democratize coding because many people simply don't know where to begin. But Elon wasn't done. Deep into the night, download Grok Build and type /tutorial, 1.2 million views. Then you can just talk to Grok Build. This is not a marketing campaign. This is a man padding around his house going, has everyone tried the thing? You should really try the thing. And then Grok Imagine Hours began. An AI-generated video of a woman made of glowing green computer code. 8,800 likes, 1.9 million views. An archer in a circuit board bodysuit standing in what I can only describe as raining Rome. Even the AI art is about Rome. It all connects. And then the command /dream posted completely on its own, like an incantation. Over 500,000 views for a slash command. I could post my grocery list and get 9 views. /dream, everybody. And finally, the vibes department. The posts that defy category, theme, and explanation. Are you ready for this? The most viewed post of Elon's entire day, 7.3 million views. Beating the rocket, beating Rome, beating Little Piddington was a single laughing, crying emoji attached to an AI-generated video of what appears to be a biblical wedding scene. No caption, no context. 7.3 million views. Journalists spend years on investigations that get 400 views, and this man laughed at a fake Bible video and outperformed the entire news industry. Then Denny's The Grand Slam breakfast people replied to NVIDIA's CEO with a Venn diagram saying both companies know the importance of staying open. Elon quote tweeted it with a fire emoji and a 100 points emoji. 2.4 million views. The world's richest man, the leader of the AI race, and a pancake chain sharing a moment. This is the economy now. Just before midnight, he posted a video with the caption hardcore. 1.7 million views. And I genuinely cannot tell you what it is. From the thumbnail, it appears to be a lawn at golden hour. Hardcore. Sure, absolutely. And he replied, yup, to a talk radio clip titled Elon Says It Loud and Clear, which means he watched a clip of himself talking, agreed with himself, and informed the class. The confidence, the efficiency, the vibes. So what did we learn from July 25th? We learned that one man can, in a single day, celebrate 25 years of rocketry, diagnose the fall of Rome, declare Britain under slow-motion invasion by way of a Monty Python Legends timeline, review an article about why people hate him, and send a fire emoji to Denny's. 44 posts, somewhere north of 70 million combined views. And one cool aimed at a post that no longer exists. If the Ultimate Fire Hose just saved you from scrolling all of that yourself, do me a favor. Subscribe on YouTube and hit like. It costs you nothing, and it teaches the algorithm to put more of this in your feed. Follow DGTL Dreamscapes on X, where the clips live between episodes. Send this episode to one friend, ideally the one who texts you, did you see what Elon posted? And tell me in the comments whose timeline you want under the microscope next, because I read every single comment. I'm Jim. This has been the Ultimate Fire Hose. It's time for me to log off.